when we relate with people, then also we are using the left brain, because the left brain has been trained in ours from the very beginning. Even our parents are training the left brain, and then in schools and colleges, everywhere left brain is trained and the right brain remains starving. So whenever we are even relating with people, we are all the time using our left brain, and you cannot relate with people through your left brain. So when you have to solve mathematics, or when you are in the marketplace, left brain is the right brain to be used. But when you are relating with people, then if you are using your left brain to relate, then that is a calamity. Then you cannot connect with anyone. There will be no warmth. It will be all sheer business and mathematics. So, but a man of meditation, a man who has become conscious, he becomes the master of both the brain. He can use both the brain when it is needed. When the left brain is needed, he can use it well. When the right brain is needed, he can use it equally well. And he remains beyond both. He transcends both the brain. So he is the witness of both the brain. That's why one has to become a witness. Otherwise, you are being used by both the brain. You are not using the brain, you are being used by the brain. But only when you put your whole energy in this inner search, you can know all the secrets. Otherwise, if you are just giving 1 hour a day and rest 23 hours, you are just doing everything to make you more unconscious. Then how any transformation can happen? Today was for you the day when you should have meditated in the morning. But if you wake up, at what time you wake up?
9:30 Indian time.
Don't tell Indian time. 9:30 means 12 o'clock at your place.
12 o'clock.
If you wake up at 12 o'clock, then you will become a tamasic person completely. There is no other. It's very difficult if you are going against the nature and you want to be a person who is free from the laws of gravitation. It will be very difficult. The morning time is the best time for meditation, because both oxygen and nitrogen is more present in the air, and without oxygen and nitrogen, the presence of these gases, meditation is more difficult. If the carbon dioxide is more in the nature, then meditation is more difficult. It will help you to be more unconscious rather than to be more conscious. That was the day, this was the day. At least you should decide that on when you have no classes, when you don't have to sell vegetable in your college on Sundays. Don't take medicine on that day. At least for one day, don't take medicine. And if on Saturday also you have nothing to do with, you don't have to go out, then don't take medicine on those 2 days. And then do dynamic in the morning. Because dynamic is needed, very much needed. Otherwise, you will never taste your depth. Without awakening your bioelectricity, you cannot transcend, you cannot break the obstacle of the gravitation. The more awake your bioenergy is, the more awake your prana energy is, the less you will feel the pull of gravitation. You will feel as if you don't have any body. Otherwise, you are being pulled all the time. The gravitation is not just pulling you physically, it is pulling you, your personality, your mind, your thoughts, your emotion, everything is being pulled down. And when you are breathing chaotically, and that is awakening your bioenergy. And when you hammer your sex center with the sound who, after catharting, when you are catharting, you are emptying yourself inside, from inside. And then you are creating situation for your energy to move up. So, all the three stages are needed. If you start from the who, then nothing is going to happen. So, even if things happen, then it will be all hodgepodge. That will not create the right space within you. Do you know how to do headstand or not?
No, Swami, I don't know.
I was listening to Osho just before I started talking with you. That if someone can be in stand in the fourth stage, that will be even more helpful in your meditation. That will create the no mind space or thoughtlessness very easily. Because after the three stages, if you have done it properly, your energy start moving up. The subtle energy, the bioenergy, and it start moving through all the centers. And if you stand in the headstand, if you do the headstand, then it will be even more easy. It will go towards the head more easily. All the energy goes towards the head because now the head is down. So it will be easy to go to the head. But you don't know how to do headstand. Since you have started meditating, do you feel less heavy or not than before?
Yes, especially recently I've done dynamic quite a lot, right? So I also feel after when I'm doing dynamic, it's becoming lighter and lighter. And the stages just becoming easier to do, Swami.
But you are not doing dynamic much. It has to be done very regularly. Every day if you do, it will be more helpful. If you are digging at one place every day, then the water can be discovered. So try to do dynamic every day. And don't be worried too much about your neighbors. Once you are in some high level of consciousness, you can easily convince other people also. They will also be convinced. The fear is because you are being pulled down by the gravitation. Your energy is at low level. Then the fear is within you. And when you are in a state of fear, then you are sending that kind of vibration to all. And when you are in a very positive state, very awake state, light space, then the other people will also be more convinced by you. These are the things which has to be experiment. If you are just waiting for something to happen, it is like waiting for the Godot who never comes. So you have already passed your prime. So now it is the time. Don't delay anymore. Start doing dynamic. Without dynamic, you will never become a wild person. A person whose energy is undivided, who is totally natural. Otherwise, you will always remain as civilized fool, a cultured fool, which means you will remain repressed. So if you want to know how existence has made you, then you have to drop all your mask, and without doing dynamic, it will be more difficult. Dynamic is absolutely essential for. Feel that for you, the more loving you are, the more meditation will be easy, because you have a feminine energy and you are female also. You may have repressed it in your family environment, or in the kind of job you are doing, the kind of education you have got, the kind of environment you have lived in. But your nature is more feminine and more surrender, more that of going. Love is natural for you. So, this is the miracle of love. Mira just channelize her whole energy towards Krishna. Krishna is epitome of love. Krishna is just love itself. So her whole energy was totally purified. She became love herself. So this was great intelligence, great intuitive intelligence on her part, that she, whatever love she had, all her love started going in one direction, and it became a flood of love. She used to love her mother, her father, her grandfather and her husband. They all died one after another. And all those love which was going towards these people, everything was freed from them, and all the love started moving towards Krishna. So what was for most people would have been curse, she made it into blessing. This was a blessing in disguise for her, that all those people whom she loved, they died, and all her love started moving towards Krishna. So she is a miracle. There cannot be any greater miracle than Mira. And she has said that when she said that she was Lalita at the time of Krishna, one of his gopis. She remembered her time with Krishna, that she was Lalita at that time. And Osho has said that if all the scholars are against it, they say that no, she is just telling a lie, or she is just imagining. I will not believe these scholars. If Mira is saying, I don't need any proof. And if you see her love, it shows that her consciousness, her love was so pure from the very beginning. when a saint came to her house with a statue, very beautiful statue of Krishna, which he used to worship every day. Then once Mira saw it, she became very adamant, she became very stubborn that I want that statue. And the man he was himself, that saint was himself in love with that statue of Krishna. He used to every day worship it. So he could not, it was for him his greatest love. So he refused to give it to her. Then Mira stopped eating and drinking everything. And then this man had left that place and he was in some other village or somewhere. Then Krishna came to him in his dream and he said that you were carrying that statue for Mira. It belongs to her. Now you have kept it enough. Now give it back to her. It is hers. Then he became very afraid because he was worshipping Krishna for such a long time. Krishna never came to him. Now Krishna coming to him in dream, very clearly saying that give it back to her, it is hers. And he became, in the night itself, he became afraid. He went to Mira's place. She was a princess. He said that Krishna himself has told me that give it back to her. So I just came to give it to her. I cannot keep it anymore. It is her treasure. So then he gave it to her, and then after that she was always with that statue. She forget to be with her friends and she forget the whole world. That was her whole world. And once she saw some marriage was happening, then she asked who are these people, because she was still a child. Then the mother said that this is husband and that is wife. Then he said, who is my husband? That jokingly her mother said that your Krishna, he is your husband. And for her it was the end. For her, from then onward, no man mattered. And the kind of ecstatic life, the kind of divine drunkenness in which she lived is simply the greatest miracle of this world. She was so pure in her love that even when the poison was given to her, it could not harm her. Because for her the whole world is full of just Krishna is there is nothing else. So when it was given to her, that poison, she took it as a gift from Krishna. And the whole poison changed its whole nature and it didn't harm her at all. So that shows that if you are full of trust, full of love, then even poison cannot harm you. So for you also, love is your natural path. And then when you are in loving state, meditation will happen naturally to you. Then your life will become ecstatic. Otherwise it will remain mundane as long as you are living in your logical domain. Okay?
when I'm making this video, the more because just now I also saw a video about Mira's story lah. The more I read about her, the more I fall in love with Mira. Really, just amazing.
Why you fall in love with her?
I don't know, but I think the kind of love she has for Krishna is the kind of love that I've been searching for.
Why can't you rise in love instead of falling as if you are falling in some ditches? You use wrong words, you will do wrong things. It's a stupid word, falling in love, but for that it is true. For what it is used, it is good.
I feel, Swami, I think the kind of so-called love that people have talked about so far or has been is not actually love, but it's emotions and lust. I feel it's these two. It's not really love, it's emotions and lust. So.
They should not use the word falling in love. They should use the word falling in lust.
Yes, that's true.
Because in love you cannot fall. So it is not love. They say that I have fallen in love with someone. It's a wrong use. They should say I have fallen in lust with someone. Because in love you cannot fall. You can only rise. Love is not a fall. It's a rise. Rising in love. And only when you are conscious you can feel love. Otherwise it is all lust.
If you like our videos, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
And send us one apple a day. Because we want to eat food from the tree of knowledge.